Hey, buddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Humankind, where we are doing a Cultures of Africa playthrough, and we are currently playing as the Maasai, and we have a huge choice ahead of us, and by huge choice, I mean we're going to be picking Ethiopia. The real choice that we have to make is when do we transcend, because we are ready to transcend, but, you know, I'd like to hit a few more of these stars. I think I should at least go for Gold Builder, and then Bronze everything else, and maybe Gold Merchant. I think Gold Merchant and Scientist are like definitely things I want to hit this era. So that might be kind of like the dictating factor for me. Now, I did last episode declare war on the Goths here, and I'm going to clean them out. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to knock them out of the game. There's a Merchant Star. Very cool. Beautiful. Now, what is going on with these armies? Okay, the armies are moving around inside their sleeveys. We have a whole bunch of facts. Oh yeah, I remember I called these pikemen facts way back. We're going to upgrade these to halberdiers, and then I think we attack, right? These are just swordsmen. I should be able to auto-resolve this and take 0 losses, I'm pretty sure. My units are 48 combat strength. Their units are 33. I'm over 10 combat strength in advantage. This should be a very easy auto-resolve. Now I need to make it over here to catch these guys. So we'll see. I wonder where my roads are. I feel like my roads aren't helping me move very far. Is that because I don't have technology? I don't have supply lines. Gotcha, I see. We're benefiting from our proximity to other empires. So we're getting a little bit of science osmosis. It's actually quite a significant amount. 400 to 500, if we can get that like every few turns, it seems pretty good. So we're currently occupying Scythian Neapolis. Let's continue the battle and move our stacks on towards Hattusa in the, what is hopefully most efficient straight line path. Probably should follow the roads, but hey, listen, these are the mistakes that we made. The numbers are probably not random, but based on actual game stats. What? Doesn't he know? Let's go ahead and attack this swordsman group. They will probably retreat, which I'm fine with. I have a settler moving out to the north. I think I was meant to continue to explore up here, but I just failed to do it. And then I have a few army stacks that I need to work on over here. Game is stuttering. Oh, guys, I've been streaming for like 3 minutes and you didn't tell me. You gotta tell me. Is it fixed now? Literally nobody said anything. It should be way better now. You should compliment chat more often, not when they completely forget to tell me that the game is like stuttering because I had screen capture on instead of game capture. Look how bad that is when I use screen capture. And then I go back to game capture and it's buttery. Not having it, like, people just sit there like, wow, the stream is bad, and then leave. It's like, tell me, I can fix all of the issues. I don't think I can fight this with just these halberdiers, so I'm going to kind of fall back just a little bit and see if they decide to push out. I think I can take on this army with this stack of units over here. This is like a lot of really good units. This, I think I would maybe lose. I mean, I would probably kill the majority of their armies, especially if I played defensively. But like, the minimum damage is always 5 to 25 damage. Sorry, I was working and listening, missed the problem. Listen, I forgive everyone who wasn't fully watching the screen. Okay, I respect it. A rebellion will occur. Well, that's in like an occupied city. No one asked or cares. So there's kind of like a little gentle approach here from these guys. I think this is a very frustrating thing, is that the AI always gets to act first. Is that I'm always playing second fiddle to the AI. Another science osmosis, thank you. Now we have patronage. So patronage is huge, as is the scientist era star. Patronage is going to allow us to start to build upon the luxury monopolies that we have. So for example, if we look over here at silver, by building this patronage monopoly, I'll get 15% science in all cities. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think this is actually one of the biggest balance problems with the game. That's just my take. It's way, like if you get a bunch of monopolies, it's way too powerful. So we're going to take a gold monopoly in here. Let's see, what else can we get monopoly wise? Can't get a spiced monopoly. I can probably get an obsidian monopoly, honestly. And I can. I'll pop an obsidian monopoly right there. Any monopolies? Any monopolizers? How about in Kilwa? Yes, we can get a silk monopoly or whatever this is. But yeah, as I was saying, I think that like these monopoly bonuses are like the biggest problem with balance in the game. So for example, if you have a monopoly of saffron, you just get like an insane boost to your empire. I think it's a little bit too strong. It's the problem. It's the same problem with the city states in Civ 6 is that they are like having good control of city states is so game changing that it like disproportionately affects the balance of the game. So I think that is probably maybe the only thing that I would maybe consider at a higher level would be pollution. Pollution has very profound impact on the game. Look, they're going to sally out. So I do actually get to make my moves before the AI does. So I'm going to add my units to the battle over here in the corner. You know what? Let's build some trebuchets. I haven't built trebuchets. Let's do it. Let's maintain the siege for a turn or two. Let's have a bit of fun with this. So we could get +1 city cap and better roads. I'm going to go for +1 city cap and better roads. This will build roads between outposts of my empire and set the movement cost of terrain to 1. So that should road up my empire slightly better. We can claim a new wonder. And we finish the Taj Mahal. Now, if I remember correctly, Taj Mahal does what? I think it gives me gold across my empire. If I go in here, I don't remember what Taj Mahal does. Yeah, here we go. Plus 50% money on settled city. I don't know what settled city means. I wish that would, like, I really wish they could have brought in nested tooltips for this game, being able to come in and like hover over tooltips that already exist. Tokampi Palace, St. Basil's Cathedral, +1 faith per district. St. Basil's Cathedral is pretty good. I think my religion is already dominant, so I don't need any more faith. I don't think I need any more religions, honestly. I can just use my influence for settling. So I should be able to catch them. But again, like, here's the problem here, is that they've had a chance to retreat and recover. Oh no, they're still retreating actually, never mind. But I will be attacking uphill. This should be like a very... They already had the retreating effect! How were they able to retreat again? I should be able to catch these guys. I've attacked them, I made them retreat, and I should be able to catch them, but they have impetus. But when I'm playing, I retreat, and then the AI gets to move first and attack me, you know? And that just feels annoying to me. Materials procurement. So we can get plus 30% war support when declaring war in relations, or minus required... Ooh. I'm not sure that really helps me, unfortunately. Mouse over stability, and it should say. So this is a settled city, okay, and this is a strained city. Okay, so on cities that have over 90% stability, you get a 50% gold buff. That's pretty good, in my opinion. It's pretty good. Are we still producing cogs over here? You know what? Keep producing cogs. How are we doing on the siege weapons? Still get minus back and release while pollution was end the game in 3 turns. Now they've nerfed it. I definitely do feel that pollution is still a little bit disproportionate in its effects. Oh, I'm actually going to catch them. Never mind, I was wrong. Amazing. See, I think I can just instantly resolve this and I'll take no losses. I'll take a bit of damage. And there's a militarist star, which is amazing. In fact, I'm going to get now from this era, maybe even a gold militarist star. I think I only need 2 trebuchets. Let's get in here. We'll assault. We have a couple of trebs over here on the northern flank. I think I want my cavalry over here on the eastern side, so that they can move around the city, because they can't attack into these walls, and these walls are like pretty much everywhere here. Similarly, I want my infantry over here. Oh, there we go. There's my last cavalry. So I want my cavalry on this flank. I'd like my range on this flank too. Ideally on high ground if we can make that happen, but it's kind of hard to make that happen. We're kind of in an awkward spot. Maybe there is okay for you, and maybe you could pop over here too. But I should be able to win this pretty handily. I have reinforcements coming in from the backside. So where is important for me to breach this city? So what is this? This is a stack of 4 halberdiers. If I could break this tile, this could be the tile I use to get in. So if I were to, let's see. This looks like a very easy point to break over here by their flag. So if I start firing trebuchet shots, boom, minus 40. And their walls are starting to break too. Boom. I love that. Okay, you can see the walls have taken a bit of damage, so they'll be easier to, you know, mount or whatever. Mount an assault. Let's get pikemen up against the walls if we can. Can you get in there? Nice. Good kill, good kill. So our trebs have fired. Let's bring our crossbowmen over to fight their ranged units. Their archers are only 3 combat strength lower. Wow, really? God damn. Being in a city on elevated ground and stuff is actually a huge advantage. It's still not enough to prevent their death. Damn, are they strong. Let's keep pushing. We can one-hit these archers. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and bring my range units up to the north because they can hit these spearmen here for a lot of damage. I think I can win this siege pretty easily. Wow, these rivers really just slowing my cavalry down. Really slowing my cavalry down. So who do I want to attack here? I think I can attack downhill into this guy and do pretty reasonable damage, and I should take mild damage in response. And that should be an easy kill. So we've got a few kills already now on the first round of combat. I think I don't need to do much else now. I can also get a shot off here. Crossbows. This is an advantageous attack, but it's not a very advantageous attack. Moving up the hill slightly now makes this a very advantageous attack. 5 to 25 versus 30 to 42. This is like a huge swing of value for me. Everyone has moved and attacked. This is actually a pretty good attack for me too. Let's see what they do. Obviously, they move up in response, and they're actually going all in on my crossbows. I'm pretty sure my units are strong enough to where I'll probably only lose like trebs and maybe a crossbow. But like, I find the battling part of the game really fun. Cavalry sucks, can't breach walls. You can if you actually break the walls with siege equipment. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, auto-resolving was like, you know, of course I win. There's another militarist star. Is that really a city out in the water? If we're going to auto battle, I do still prefer the version where we see the fight. I agree. I prefer to see the fight myself. One more cog, I think. Over here, we've got an event, the Unicorn's Horn. A disagreeable consequence of your great renown is the stream of desperate chancers and snake oil salesmen mingled upon the genuine opportunities brought before you. Today brings a self-proclaimed legendary hunter from a far-off land who claims to have snared a unicorn. He presents what he professes to be the fabled beast's horn and swears it will heighten the radiance and physical energy of whoever owns it. It is an elegant and unusual object, to be sure, but the odd twisting markings along it could be artificial. Should you then get the horn? So I can experiment, I can trade money or money for science, I can requisition it, we get another narrative event, or I can purchase it, which will give me celebrating. I think, let's see, move me towards community, or I could purchase if I want to move more tradition. Let's take it. This is mine. This is mine. I'm taking your horn, sir. Your horn has been requisitioned for the betterment of humanity. Interestingly, I do have the money now to merge Mycenae and Zinkera, and I'm going to do it. Now, the food situation in here just got diabolical, but it did now free up a city cap for me, and now Mycenae is like a huge, powerful city. The stability and food problem we will figure out. I think part of the stability and food problem can be solved by building units. So let's build a garrison for this city. Garrison will lower the population and increase the stability. And I'm thinking if you're going to garrison a city, it should be with like infantry. So I'll get a full stack of crossbows here before we go back to working on those Enkangs. Now, our districts expansions in here are going to be like super expensive. But this is now like a super powerful city, and I can start investing some of these city caps and gold and stuff like that in another place. But we're losing 82% of a pop this turn, which isn't a big deal, actually, believe it or not, because once we go back down to equilibrium, we'll start regrowing. 46 food and two memes here. I would love to expand Macumba. Its districts are kind of expensive is my problem. We'll see. I also want to found another city. I have another city coming up here to the north. I would like to found another city over, I think it was somewhere here, like Toltecs wouldn't be a bad city kind of spanning along this little island chain. A little archipelago city maybe? But I can absorb these guys in the near future. The Goths should not have a military capable of stopping me on the water. So let's start a naval assault of their holdings. So Mike and I dropped a pop. You see, like, by building the crossbows who should be in the city itself for stability reasons. You can see here, having a garrison. See the stability jumped from having a garrison. Now we're only losing 76% of a pop. By building these extra 3, this should bring us down to a more manageable food situation. And we'll kind of monitor the situation as it develops. Have you thought about going pro in Civ? What do you mean by going pro in Civ? I already play Civ professionally in the sense that civilization is my job. So looking at the city of Nasa, if we're going to be merging for large cities later, it would be good to get Enkangs. So I've won this war, which is annoying because I wanted to actually take all of their land, but I can't vassalize them. I'm going to take Hattusa and Kor Kiandi. I'm going to take basically every piece of land I can get. I'm asking for too much. Okay, what am I getting automatically from the war? What were my actual war demands? I think I declared a surprise war, so this doesn't actually do anything for me. Let's take Hattusa. Which one is this? Let's take Hattusa and Scythia and Neapolis. Boom, boom. Oh, wow, I really can't take both? Well, let's take Hattusa then, I guess. And then I'll take this territory too. I'll force your surrender. So I now own almost this entire continent. We'll have to declare war on them again to clean them out because they surrendered too soon, basically, is the problem. But now I'm a proud owner of Hattusa, which is not a very good city, I'll be real with you. It has pretty low production, it has a lot of territory, low population. It'll regrow relatively quickly. Hattusa will probably want to be merged with something. Like I could probably eat Hattusa from Macumba. If I'm going to do that, if I'm going to eat Hattusa from Macumba, I'm taking this territory here. Oh, wow, I never actually built these. I'm a dumbass. Now I can get a salt monopoly, another 20% food. Hell yeah. Give me that salt manufactory. We're producing salt today, boys. But yeah, production in here is quite low. Population is stable. So I'm thinking maybe merging Macumba and Hattusa together into a single city, and then eventually Nasa and Scythia Neapolis. I just want to make cities bigger is my goal here, so that I can kind of expand more, because there's a lot of land around for me to eat up. I'm just going to have my units rest. We do eventually also want to go to war. Oh, new luxuries. Amazing. Okay, I'd like to found a city over here. The city of Hattusa is... Oh, we also got ebony and coffee in monopolies. Holy beans, lads. We actually hit the jackpot here by capturing this city. That's amazing. So getting a monopoly over coffee will give us 5% food in all of our cities because there's only 2 coffee on the map. And getting a monopoly over ebony will be a 5% production boost in all of our cities. We're going to get another copy of both of those. That'll be 10% production and food across my empire, plus 2 food per farmers, and plus 3 industry per main plaza and administrative center in my city. So this is a big moment for our empire here. We have advanced significantly. I hope they rework war score. I think they have said in one of their roadmap / developer diary things that they plan to. Also, can you guys tell me, is this not the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen? Look at all these fortresses. What is a stronghold? Look at these fortresses, dude. This entire land is caked in beautiful forts that the enemy will have to fight me in. So when any battles happen around here in this territory, which is basically my plan for later on in the game, the AI is going to have a rough time. I just have forts. Like, I'm just caking the land in forts over here. This is just a giant fortress. It'll make battles easier for me. Bountiful on 7 cities, 25 food in every city. Perfect. Now, the city of Kilwa has actually been developing really, really well. I think... why is the science so high here? I don't understand. Hold on. Yeah, I wanted to do like a little bit of science over here. I wanted to do a little bit of production to the north. Let's do production first. Make our production up here. Just like a little snake of production. We're developing Kilwa. I like Kilwa as a city. I like these kind of things. Oh man, let's do something sneaky. Click here. What if... Oh, this is pure evil. What if I attached some territory and came in here and started eating? What if I like attached some territories to this city and then just like clicked the agrarian steal population button and like stole pop from every single one of these individual cities in size and carry? That's what we're doing. We're doing it now. We have to do it. I'm gonna... We're just having a little gander, having a little look. 20 production city settle. The problem is it's in like a really awkward spot for expansion, right? Because I'll have to build around this like node. Is the game any good, chat? Sorry, you just joined. I think really you should just form your own opinion on things. So we've managed to deal with the majority of the food issues in here and the majority of the overpopulation. We would like to start pushing the population back up, so I am going to continue to build Enkangs. We're going to get 3 more Enkangs in here, and that should allow us to start pushing population up beyond where it was again. I'm very small, so I guess not recommended me by one of my chat members. I've checked in a few times and thought it looked fun here. Oh, thank you, chatter of Joe Doyle Dragon. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you guys. So our capital is growing very, very rapidly. I think it may be time now to start attaching an extra territory or 2 to our capital. In particular, places like Saif, which is very, very rich in food. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got rivers, basically. So I'm going to attach Scythe here, and that's going to open up some options for development. There's like new production terrain over here. There's new food. In particular, like another Enkang. That's a 75 food. Enkang right there. Hey-oh. Maybe another hamlet on the river somewhere, like there. You know, these things are quite good. Enkang, hamlet, continue to develop the city. I reckon a couple of, well, see, the thing is, well, actually, this city does need to continue to grow. So I say we just push for the Enkangs here. We just get this city to grow, get as much pop as we can in here, and keep it busy, because having lots of pop means later on we can translate that into other advantages. Are hamlets still good? In my opinion, hamlets are worth building. They're quite expensive, but they give you one of each job type, and they extract a good amount of food and production from the ground. So I feel like hamlets are quite good for like if you're building like a really big spread out city. So we just picked up patronage. I think it would be good to unlock a strategic resource. See, 10% money from banking, 2 money per traders is quite good, plus 1 science per population. I feel like chartered companies is a good way to get my economy to mature here a little bit, as is printing houses for science. So I'll probably go, you know what, I'm going to go mobile. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go mobile typeface, then chartered companies, then gunpowder, because I'm not actually worried about war for now. I mean, theoretically, I want to be going to war, but I have all my war stars, right? So I'm really just looking to tech and get money, and then, like, if I can, hit influence goals. But influence is kind of a dump stat for me right now. Would love random climate changes, like ice ages. That would be kind of cool. I'm so happy that I bound tell unit to stop moving to spacebar. So Hattusa and Macumba want to be merged. And in order to make that, like, transition harmonious, what I need to do is like figure out what institutions and stuff they have in you know, in difference, basically. Oh, that's really annoying. It doesn't remember that I've closed districts between these cities. So this is like a frustrating moment for me. So what I'll do in Hattusa, I'll build everything that's like 2 turns or less, and in Macumba I'll build everything that's 1 turn or less, and see if we can start getting these cities to kind of be a little bit cheaper to merge. The Macumba and Hattusa merger is coming soon. Elsewhere on the map, we'll work on increasing the gold income that we're earning. So if we're looking at the city of Garama, Garama is kind of a dump stat city. I know it's like a weird thing to say, but it's not super important. Like, it's doing okay. It's a little bit overpopped, which probably tells me it needs a hamlet or 2. These are not very good hamlets. Okay, the district construction in here, these are kind of trash districts. 15 yields at this point is just really not cutting it. 19 science is like a little bit better. 24 production, that's buildable. 23 production, that's buildable. 22 is buildable. It does kind of screw the river, but 22 is buildable. So we'll get 3 extra production districts in here, and then probably we'll just let that city sit for a while. Now, back over to Kilwa, where we were building production. More production, of course. And in fact, we'll get two production in here. How's stability? Stability is fine. I would love... why not upgrade? Because you have the max stars. I don't have max stars. I have some of the stars maxed out. The thing is, once you advance... so there's kind of 2 concepts here that we have to kind of run up against. Advancing is an opportunity cost thing. Just because you have 7 stars doesn't mean you should advance, okay? It means you can advance. And there are times where you want to advance quickly if you want to secure an incredibly important culture. But here's the thing. We have the 7 stars required to advance, but what we want is to generate fame, because fame is the thing that wins you the game. If you have 20,000 fame and the next player has 15,000, you win. Once you advance, you can't earn fame from the era you advanced from. So if I advance from early modern to industrial, I can't get this fame. So if I stay here and spend a little bit of time and farm out silver and gold stars on these, that's fame I would have otherwise just left on the table. For that reason, I'm going to hang out in this era for a little while and get at least silver on these, because that's 400 points right there. And if I stay around for gold, that's another like 700 points, depending on, you know, exactly how that works out in terms of maths. So yeah, it's very much so. When I first started playing the game, every time I had 7 era stars, I would immediately go to the next era, and I felt like the game was going too quickly. Now I sit back, I relax, I let things play out a little bit more. So something I need to do is I need to do another merger and acquisition. I could merge. The cheapest merger is Garama and Macumba. Is that a merger that I want to do? No, I don't think so. I think we're going to just let money pile up, and then we'll merge Hattusa and Macumba. We're going to try and bring that price down. Somehow I've managed to increase the price, which I'm very, very confused about. but we'll see. Humankind versus Civ 6, which should I buy? Again, I think that really just comes down to the kind of player and preferences that you have. Which game appeals to you more? I find it hard for me. So I find it really hard that people ask for like, hey, what should I buy? I guess maybe it just comes from the fact that like I can make decisions for myself very, very easily. I have a very hard time making decisions for other people. Because like, if you ask me, which one should I buy? I'm like, okay, well, what kind of games do you like? What kind of which games have you played before? I'm like, I want to know more. Because if I'm making a decision for you, unless I know you very well, I'm not going to make a good decision for you. I want to know, you know, what kind of decision you want me to make. I'm going to help you because for me, I guess that's just because that's how I reach decisions, right? I'm like, oh, I like this. I'm getting it. I like Humankind. I got Humankind. I liked Civ 6. I'm getting Civ 6. I usually know whether or not I'm going to like something just by looking at it. So let's build a harbor here in Enchero Immuni. And we'll also grab ourselves our emblematic unit to go explore. We got the merchant star. Cool. So here we have university, which is +1 science on research quarters per adjacent research quarter. And printing houses, which gives you +2 science per researchers and 3 researcher slots. So these are really, really good ways for me to advance my technology here. Which is kind of where I'm falling behind. We have artistic expression as well as an option for a civic. So censored arts would keep me moved towards the geopolitical lens and lower the stability gain rate. However, free arts would move me towards the order or the freedom size of the order axis. It would increase the stability swing speed, but it would give me a lot more influence to play with. I think I'm going to do free arts here. I like the idea of getting a lot more influence to play with per turn. High furnace, +1 industry on maker's quarter per adjacent maker's quarter. Armory. So I could get furnace steel for gold right now. I think my money is too important for like rearranging my empire and merging my cities. So I'm not going to actually spend the money on that because I'm trying to save up for a merger and acquisition here between Macumba and Hattusa. We're looking good here. We don't want to overexploit because we'll get too much pollution. A merchant from afar. Consent. We should welcome traders. Yeah, we should welcome traders. Nah, I think we want to stay towards the homeland area because that makes our troops quite a bit more powerful. Yeah, 10% food or 2 combat strength on your units isn't even close of a decision, in my opinion. All right, let's go. I do. One thing I really love about Humankind is just how smooth the turn transitions are. You click that button and you're in the next turn, and there was no waiting. None. So the city of Enchero Immuni would probably like a sprinkling of makers' quarters around to exploit all this production. Are you Namibia? I'm the Maasai. How close are we? 2 more techs. I think I need to increase my science yield here. So let's do alchemist workshop, school, and printing house. The city of Nasa. What's this? Longbowman, great swordsman. Let's build a garrison over here. I don't like being forced to build something just to protect my cities, but I will. So the city of Nasa, I think this will be a pretty good science city. So let's start to develop a little bit of that science infrastructure. So just get a whole bunch of campuses going or research quarters and then slap down these science buildings to support that endeavor. And that'll keep this city churning for quite a while. We have press freedom, prevents any empire revolution or cheaper. Yeah, I don't really care that much about that one. What? We can do that? You can plunder things? Wait, what? You can plunder things when you're not at war? This is like huge news to me. Oh my god. But it's only in neutral territory. Because like if I came into Kilwa and was like, hey, Oh, the counter. Interesting. Interesting. All this land you have over here. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Can we do a merger and acquisition here? We can. I'm going to absorb Hattusa. So I'm going to absorb Macumba into Hattusa. I think I'm going to do it that way. Boom. So now the city has been absorbed and merged. So now I have one large city in the center here. And I'll probably also grab Misam here in a moment. So stability is a bit of a problem. We should be able to deal with that with like a garrison or two. Like right over here. 1, 2, 3. Man, districts are expensive though. 5 turns is like an era at this point in the game. Maybe I would be better off getting an apothecary, an alchemist workshop, and a university. But we're slowly bringing down that city cap to a more manageable level to where we can continue to expand. And like merging our cities together into like giga cities. Yeah, the AI is in the final era, and I'm in like the second last era. We are probably pulling the trigger here on silver and gold on these. We're just doing a little bit of maintenance work. Chartered research companies, perfect. Or chartered companies, rather. Researched. Mercenary armies, I'm going to refuse on that one. That's a very stable city anyway. Did they stop pillaging? Because I had an army in the area? That's good. So Enchuro needs more work. I'm going to continue to make like a little bit of maker's quarters. Just kind of spread them around a little. Get the production up. Production just seems like the best thing to do. This is a good spot for science too. Little bit of an overpop. You need to remember that the star for the affinity res, the hardest one to get, means the hardest star in the game is the aesthete one due to the lack of influence yields. I feel like a lot of the aesthete cultures have like bonuses to influence yields that would make those stars like easier. I have a bunny. Yes, I do. Bunny, bunny, bunny. Makes me feel funny. Well, that maybe not that. That's... No. We've got really good production here in Kilwa. I would like to combine with Valdia. Maybe one more Maker's Quarter right here just to exploit this terrain. I'm kind of going for like little city districts over here, exploiting things. So I think we are ready for Valdia to attach. And we'll probably get this horse district too. We'll get another Enkang, like on the edge of society. Probably do a Maker's Quarter here or something. No, we'll figure it out. Let's keep it by infrastructure building and building and building. So I'm only 2,000 points. I'm only 1,000 points behind, but I'm only 1 era behind now. So this is starting to feel like we're within range now of catching the AI and really making a play for the pole position. I'm just going to drop an outpost there. 500 cash e-money. Mukenge, my capital, has finished boosting its science. I think I definitely want to continue to develop this city. It would probably involve grabbing these islands over here. They're quite expensive though, is the problem. How do we develop this city in a way that's responsible? It probably involves a lot of this like infrastructures that we've been neglecting here. My capital actually doesn't have that many districts just because it's been so busy doing other stuff. So I'm thinking I want to get like a little bit of production around the place, like little triangles of production here or there. So we'll start founding like a few triangles here or there. And Mycenae has been developing amazingly, especially because of the merger that happened. And I think I would like a little bit more science. Now, where is it asking me to put it? You want to put it over here? That's 14 versus 14 here. It's very clearly better for me to do it over here, so we'll do that. Science is the best way to get industry with Landraiser. Interesting. Let's see. Saltpeter. We have Saltpeter unlocked, and we got the Scientist era star. We must be very close to the Merchant. I don't think I'm going to go for Gold Scientist, but next turn I will get Gold Merchant, and then we can advance to the next era, and I think we're off to the races, as they say. Enchuro, I'm liking this city. I think I need to wait a little while before I continue to build in here. Let's just go ahead and work on something kind of semi-pragmatic, like a single cog to explore the area. Scientifically, personally like the idea of picking up furnace steel here. Good tech to pick up because it'll improve our maker's quarters with the high furnace here, giving it 1 industry per maker's quarters and plus 1 industry per maker's quarters adjacent to maker's quarters. There's the merchant star. We could sit around and wait for the scientist star, but the enemy are in the final era. You know what I mean? I think it's time to advance, and we're going to advance as the Ethiopians and maybe look to use the Oromo cavalry in a war, because while they are in an era ahead of us, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're stronger than us. +5 science and garrison is quite good because that's going to help us deal with stability and science. That's kind of cool. I know this isn't like the optimal choice here, but we are playing with the Cultures of Africa DLC, so I kind of want to play through as every African civ. I'm being plundered again. What is this? Why would you do this? You are so clearly inferior to me. Why would you put yourself in this position where you can get absolutely swerved on? How do you retreat like this? How did you manage that? Honestly. How did you manage to run that far? Now, I have cavalry in the area. They managed to retreat that far because I have really good roads. I think they're using my roads or something. And Enchuro e-money. Let's attach another district. Boom. Another area. Drop an Enkang. Join up. Army. Go see what's in the water. There's the end of the turn. It's time to advance, baby.
The world gets larger. The cities expand.
Is the patch looking more balanced out? I definitely feel like the patch has addressed a lot of the issues with the game. Like, in terms of super imbalanced, buggy weirdness. But generally, it feels like Humankind still. It's a fun, kind of methodical game. And it feels like we got a little bit of refinement, some new mechanics, a little bit more mature design from these civs. More options to play is always nice. Very cool. I like watching this change. I wonder, do Ethiopians, are we going to get to see the rock-hewn church type thing? Nice. Furnace steel unlocked. Perfect. And we already got some era stars. So this is the era of militarism, which means it's time to go to war with Orange again. We've been building up a crisis. I'm going to make a demand that you surrender to the Mughals. They're at war with my ally. So I think now is the time that I look to actually go fight. And if I'm actually going to go look to fight, we need to emphasize military technologies, especially. Like, we want to go straight to Oromo cavalry. If we're going straight to Oromo cavalry, I think we can make some interesting things happen. In particular, if I come over here to Mycenae and I grab this saltpeter deposit, there's probably 2 saltpeter deposits actually. I can get both of them. You see here, and this should be enough strategic resources for me to be good to go. This should be a quick auto resolve. I shouldn't lose anything here. Yeah, 0 units lost, easy kills, contributing to my stars. They're hate-filled. They hate me, so I haven't been trading with them all game, which is a bit of a problem. I need to take some land off them. We need to actually mount now the invasion. So there's 2 things I really need to do. I need to improve my land military and my boats. So where is the upgrade to boats in this area? It's all the way over here at Propeller. I don't know how to tell where they are unit tech-wise. It would be nice if I could get a scout on one of their armies. That would be really, really cool. Yeah, I think we start marching out now. We make our way to Enkare. Don't think units are smart enough to take the safest route, but it's going to take a long time to get over there. So why don't you get in the water, and we'll start moving cogs that way. Yeah, don't go that way. I don't know how smart units are, but we're going to kind of move that general direction. I wish I could donate these units to my allies. Like, upgrade them and donate them. That would be amazing. I don't think you can do that, though. These units were... I think I'll keep these for killing the Goths. Nah. These also need to go and fight the good fight. I'm going to put you on Auto Explorer. The city of Ankara Nanayoki ideally would be building these arquebusiers. They're quite strong. The strongest unit I have access to. What's the next strongest I'll have is the Oromo cavalry. Can I maybe get a little... What's the production cost of these? These are 550 production. I feel like an armory here. I could probably start pumping cash into producing these, just producing stack after stack of arquebusier, and use those to start attacking Orange. Because once we hit higher levels of war support, we will be declaring war. He's a hero. He's a traitor. Looking at Hattusa, we have access to the Amba. Now, Ambas don't seem very good. They are worth a bit of stability, so I will build it here. 15 stability is quite good. Looking at the city of Encharo Money, we can continue to develop it. It's doing really, really well without too much help. A harbor wouldn't be bad. There's a 24 food harbor. We'll grab that. Otherwise, the city just needs to continue to attach things to it and develop. Garama is another city. We're working on improving our science. Science has just been like a big problem for me this game, to the point where I'm considering like a science area. Develop that science. Donating units would be a big deal. Would love some money too. Yeah, I'd love to be able to donate money in science. However, look at this. Mexican rebels. 34 combat strength draftees running all over their lands. That's got to be a big problem for them. They have just rebels going rampant, going nuts inside their territory. I wish I could see like an actual army. We really need like an espionage mod or something. So we can do secularism or state atheism. I think I'm going to avoid any of that nonsense for now. Yeah, they're having like severe stability problems. I can understand why. They were trading with me for like a good bit of their stability, and then when we, had our disagreement. Harbor in Encharo Money. I'd love to just attach another territory, and I will. This is a much better territory for actually building. Like, we can do like a bit of this. Let me have a look at what the land looks like here. Bit of food, bit of production. Not great, honestly. But a harbor to continue to grow. A little bit of maker's quarters. Spies and saboteurs invade enemy territory without being seen or by triggering grievances. Very cool. That would be... I've never actually tried to use them because I didn't understand what they were or how they work. So I kind of... Like, this is like me in a nutshell. If I don't understand something, I ignore it. It doesn't exist. But yeah, we're producing acrobyssiers. Surely these rebels should be attacking these cities. Oh, what do we got? We've halberdiers. Okay, so they're super not ahead in tech, like military production. But I don't want to attack until I have like at least 2 stacks of acrobyssiers, because who knows what they're going to pull out from a hat. You know what I mean? Last time we tried to attack them. Oh, what's this? You can go join that battle. Manual battle. I don't know what you're doing. Very strange orders that you have been given here. Let's get a caravel into the fight. A cog, rather. Let's just auto battle this. Should be very winnable. Easy kills. They attacked me, so I can add another grievance, which will allow me to push my war support up higher. It's also a step closer towards our militarist star. I don't know what's going on with the UI right now. I can't click on things. Ah, that was it. Prohibits. Let's see here. The combined. Are tired of perennial chaos that comes with the lack of official city administrator. Daily life is difficult, and without clear leadership, the city's economy is not growing as well as it should. As a result, citizens have taken matters into their own hands and formed a number of organizational committees in many matters, from agriculture to finance. Do you wish to step in? So I can prohibit this, become more authoritarian, or gain fame. I think I'm going to take the +1 city cap, because that will be a significant boost to the amount of fame that I have, and also just generally my ability to like handle another city, which is my goal here. There's an expansionist star, perfect. 2 more territories for gold. I think I'm just going to do that right now, like boom. And then we'll do another one in Hamal next turn. So look at the city of Holland. It's a bit of a weird one. Oh wow, the city is actually terrible. Never mind. I'm going to immediately evolve this outpost to a city. Go ahead and raise this. And we'll just rebuild it. I need to get out of this guy's territory. He's like, I think this is kind of BS that I'm forced now to go on land and potentially expose these guys to damage. It feels BS. It's probably okay. Let's get in the water and make our way over. No, you were supposed to pillage. I don't know why you asked for more orders when I very clearly gave you orders. Let's do another harbor. Kilba has added a new area, and I think I had decided that this was going to be a very much so a science-focused area here. Plus 20 science across my empire is huge. I'm up to 2,800 science per turn. I'm a militarist. Oh, right. I'm a militarist. Hello, 6 free units of 40 combat strength. Hello. When do I get my next conscript upgrade? There it is. 43 baseline combat strength compared to 35. So we need to get to that technology. We need to rush nationhood. Drafts is so strong, dude. This is 6 free units of pretty close. Now they are melee, right? They're melee, which is the downside, but they're pretty close in combat strength to these guys, the acrobyssiers, because I have so many military combat strength buffs. I just need to crank a little bit more. I need to have like a stack of acrobyssiers. How long until this comes back? Oh shoot, you can do this every turn. What? You can do it every turn. There's musketeers. Hello. Hello. Boom. Dude, we can actually just print armies. What? Okay, it's wartime. It's wartime, baby. We got musketeers. 52 combat strength musketeers, by the way. Definitely not broken. Hello. Sir. Madam, actually. You're a lady. At least presenting. It's over. Peace no more. It's time for war. Time for the time for chilling has passed. We will declare war imminently. I think our main goal is to try to take this left side of the continent and like consolidate it into like a real city. Do they have a duration? I think they just are units I have now. They're home guards. They're melee. That's it. They are here now. They're free fodder units basically. They're not the strongest units you can get, but they are free. And free massed up units is of quality of its own, okay? The reason it's called a Zerg Rush, okay? Because it's a lot of shit pushed into a very small, narrow corridor. I do kind of wish One of the downsides of just how Humankind is designed is that units do feel like they move kind of slow. It's a little bit of a downside. Just a little downside. It's just a little downside. It's still good. Look at Hattusa now, which is like a giga city that I've like combined together into like interesting Ethiopia, essentially. I would like to merger and acquisition more territory, which means I really need to focus on gold production here. I think looking around, man, districts take a long ass time to build in these big cities. What could we do? Let's get a high furnace in here. Let's get the great fish market. Let's do a bank, maybe 10% money, taxation office, and then we'll kind of see where the city stands in terms of gold production. We have the option to do slaves. War slaves kind of feels more my speed. +1 industry, +1 influence on garrisons. We'll do war slaves. Assuming militarist doesn't run out of pop. Yeah. If you go like insane numbers of agrarian civs, and I can also just continue to attach territory because I've got population banked inside these territories. Like 5 pop here, 5 pop here, 5 pop here. So if I just attach a territory, I can draft like instantly. This is gonna be some high level plays here. They're not free units, they still eat a population. Let me tell you, dude. I'm under attack? By who? Whomst has decided that they want a peace. Why aren't you attacking your real overlord? So gunners to the back, melee to the front. Yeah, look at that. Look at these units, my dude. My dude. So do their units get the benefit from fortifications? Why don't they get the benefit from fortifications? These are my forts. These belong to me. You can't just be in my forts, dude. Let's get some musketeers in. So unfortunately, these are move or attack units. So there's going to have to be like a little bit of like getting them into position. But I think I just auto battle this and it shouldn't really hurt me too much. You're the one that gave up the fort. Yeah, I mean, technically, I guess. Easy, easy. Unoccupied forts are ripe for the picking, I guess. Let's go ahead and do another drafting. But before we can draft in here, we have to attach another territory. Boom, which allows us to snap up that banked population and then shabam, crank out another 6 draftees. I can do this literally every turn, by the way, as long as I can attach another territory with population banked in it into the city. This is pod racing right here. I am tempted to declare war and just raise his entire empire to the ground for money. Let's do it. How long? Ongoing demands. Declare war. We are now at war with the Brazilians. Let's attack Urkies. Somehow, again, I didn't even get a chance to click the button that I wanted to fight the siege. They managed to sally out. What do they got in terms of defense? They have a single rotisserie chicken and some draftees. Manual battle. Let's position our shooters in the right places. Why do I have only one shooter in this battle? Because my other shooters are outside. Okay. I'm a hero because I'm attacking a traitor. So I'm getting another +1 combat strength. This is incredible. I don't know how you stop me here. I can print, okay, I can literally print units every turn. In fact, I can just auto battle this, I think. And I'll take losses, but these are free units. It's like random population that I've just like, I'm just meat grindering, you know? There's no like we're in, if we were playing Hearts of Iron 4, this is mass mobilization, okay? We are just spamming out units. Ill-equipped hordes of infantry. Look at this. It's disgusting. We've almost already won this battle. We'll print another unit next turn. There's the militarist star. Hello. Oh, another 11 units and we get it. Oh. They want a white peace? You've literally attacked me multiple times in this series and been constantly at war with me, refusing to trade with me. Even when I forced you into a trade treaty, no, I'm going to burn your empire into the ground. You're all that will be remembered of your people is the smoldering ash that we use to fertilize our farms. Okay, that is all that will be remembered of your people. It's how delicious the soil, the carrots that grow in the graveyards of your empire will feed my people for generations. How dare they even approach me for peace? The mere thought of peace actually brings like disgust into my mind. Look, we lost 7 draftees. Oh no, we lost 7 draftees. Oh no, attach territory. Print 6 more. We've got 6 more draftees. Why did it take so long to pillage things? I don't understand. We have control of a city. Am I allowed to burn this? Can I raise their city in war? Hold on. Can I just burn it to a crisp? Well, I can just burn the cities down. I don't even have to try and keep them. I can just be like, lol, what's up? I took your city. And just like turn on the guy. well, maybe a little bit. That's not the connotation I meant. I meant like I was incinerating their. Well, listen, I used a bad series of words there. Okay, that was not what the implication I was trying to do there. Let's just get off that topic real quick. That was not the. Let's just go back. It's YouTube Rewind, baby. Oh God. All right. So in the city of Garama, I gotta say, I thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.